the two new members of SKT. The players may change. The pedigree stays the same. If you join SKT, you are very likely to become a world champion and called the best in your role.
I mean, it's just the amazing thing about SKT. The organization have built the structure around these players so they can do this again and again.
And what a feeling this must be for HUNI, who several years ago wanted to join SKT. They told him maybe you could be in the practice squad, but didn't make the full roster. Came to Europe, played on Fnatic, came to North America, played on Immortals. Finally got the call saying, HUNI, we want you. Comes and joins the team, and in his first international tournament, takes the trophy.
He had to travel the world, but now gets to stand side by side with Faker and Coma to raise that MSI trophy.
That duo, Faker and Coma, been with SKT ever since they won the Season 3 World Championships and started. They've honestly been SKT. They've been SKT, so you can keep swapping members out left and right. Rapid's not there with the team as well, his assistant coach. And they just keep on winning. It's so impressive. They can be so consistent.
This makes their, I believe, 5th or 6th, depending on your definition. Right, international tournament win for SKT.
Temos também o atirador carregador da Red Canids, PERKZ. E o bicampeão do mundo de futebol, Ronaldo.
Let's send over the dash to the analysts.
Thank you very much. Free SK Telecom, your 2017 mid-season invitational champions. As you can see here, world superstar, football superstar, two-time World Cup champion Ronaldo making his way onto the stage, along with another very famous face, BRTT, in the League of Legends community, to present SK Telecom with their winners' medals.
One legendary two-time World Cup champion here to award to a couple two-time world champions of League of Legends.
And let's remember, SK Telecom has just completed the most dominant two-year run in the history of League of Legends as an esport.
And it's something that I don't think will ever be equaled. We're still very young in League of Legends as a sport, as an esport. However long the game goes, this sort of dominance that looked impossible at the start of the scene, we're a part of history, just watching on as SKT continue to make it.
I love what I saw when they went for the MSI trophy as well. HUNI getting to lift it first, making sure Peanut could get to lift that trophy as well, bringing the whole team into this experience.
Yeah, we have to remember, as was said at the beginning of the day, Papa Smithy, that this organization is a dynasty with members that have, come and left and come and left, and yet the dominance has always been there. For those two members, their first international win in a Riot tournament, HUNI and Peanut should be proud.
They were chasing something, honestly, every player is when they move along, but when you move to SKT, it's the big goal that you're chasing, and for HUNI, it's a culmination, as Freak put, of a very long and winding path to get to SK Telecom. And for Peanut, he was the one who was supposed to take down SKT. He went the other route. Feeling pretty damn good about his decision now.
And we can't forget the guy behind it all, right? Coma there on your screen getting his medal as well. I mean, this man is a great mind within League of Legends esports.
And that's really what it takes, because not only within League of Legends, but really across all sport, it's rare to see this kind of dominance. This level of domination internationally for this many years. And Faker, the man himself, the greatest player of all time.
Receiving the medal from one of the greatest footballers of all time.
A transformative footballer in his own right. Ronaldo was a superstar and then some. Speaking of superstars.
Very true. I mean, you've got Faker on your team. The fact that you can make a name for yourself, the likes that Peanut has, I mean, it's incredible. Wolf as well, outspoken in his own individual abilities, shows up time and time again, has matured fantastically as a player here.
Can we step back for a moment? 7 years into the esport, we have Ronaldo passing a gold medal to Faker.
much-deserved trophy raised once again by our 2017 Mid-Season Invitational champions, and the crowd, wild as ever, loud as ever. Very pleased with the showing from both teams today. We have to remember that SK Telecom was challenged today. This did not come easily for them, and yet they fought through and achieved victory.
And even though SKT often makes it look easy, it's never easy. Everyone wants this just as much as SKT does, but time and time again, SKT showed they are the best.
And this just raises the question, how far does this team and this organization go? I mean, Papa Smith, you said perhaps a run that will never be matched again, but let's remember that this run's not over, right? They've just hit one milestone, and now it's about, can they push forward? They'll be defending champions if they are to make it to the 2017 World Championships later this year.
Thank you very much, guys. I definitely am. I'm joined here by a dominant force in that run. It is Peanut from the jungle and winning his first international title, which is why he came to SKT. So, Peanut, the first question I have to ask is, what does it mean to you to get to lift that very first international trophy with SKT?
네, 피넛 선수는 우승하기 위해서 SKT에 와서 이렇게 첫 국제대회를 우승하셨는데요. 이렇게 SKT에 오자마자 이런 큰 성공을 거둔 것에 대한 소감을 말씀해 주세요.
일단 SKT가 원래 기존 멤버들이 너무 잘해서 코치님 포함하고 사무국까지 너무 지원을 아낌없이 해주셔서 이렇게 저는 딱 실력만 제 할 것만 하면 되는 상황을 만들어줬거든요. 그래서 일단 SKT 덕분에 우승한 것 같아요.
I just want to thank all the SKT members. When I first joined the team, it was all because they had such good infrastructure, they had good players, good coaching staff, so I just had to fit in and do my own game. So that's why I think we had such good success in this tournament.
Well, you say you have all the things that work for you, but you also had an incredible tournament, some standout games. How do you reflect on how much weight you carried yourself into that victory?
이제 팀이 물론 잘해줬겠지만 피넛 선수도 정말 엄청난 활약을 보여주셨는데요. 피넛 선수는 이번 대회에서 이제 본인의 활약을 어떻게 평가하시나요?
그냥 가끔씩 좀 이제 피드백 제가 못하는 부분도 있었지만 이제 큼직큼직하게 좀 잘한 것 같아서 이번 MSI 대회는 기대치에 맞게 했던 것 같아요.
So even though there were some small mistakes, but I think overall I played up to my name, to my reputation.
Definitely. The spotlight is all on SKT. I do want to ask about your opponents in this one, G2, who are a force that a lot of people were looking at to do something internationally. How do you reflect on their performances as an opponent today?
네, 그러면 이제 이번 결승전에서 상대했던 G2 팀에 대해서 여쭙고 싶은데요. 많은 사람들이 G2에 이렇게 국제대회 결승전에서 SKT를 이렇게 괴롭힐 거라고 예상 못했는데 G2 팀에 대해서 평가 좀 내려주세요.
일단 G2 팀은 일단 지금 대세 픽을 제대로 알고 있어서 이제 그런 픽밴이 일단 엄청 중요했거든요. 그래서 이제 아마 이제 퍼플이 좀 불리해서 저희가 퍼플에서 한 판 지지 않았을까라고 생각해요.
So I think G2 they really knew how to play the champions that fit in this current meta. So it's really important to prepare the pick and bans. And I think overall at this meta, the blue side has more advantage over the purple. So I think that's why we dropped one game against G2. But overall, they played really well too.
And stepping away from the series, I saw you snapping some pictures with the crowd in the background, and they're screaming "Peanut, Peanut, Peanut." In general, what is what has the event been like, and what has the energy been like here, playing Brazil with all these people chanting your name every game?
피넛 선수 인터뷰 전에 이제 이렇게 팬들 관중을 뒤로 하고 사진 찍는 모습 보여주고 되게 즐거운 모습 많이 보여주셨는데 이번 대회 전반적으로 브라질에서 어떤 경험을 했고 이런 대회에서 경기를 한 그 소감이 어떤지 말씀해 주세요.
일단 브라질 와서 느낀 게 정말 흥이 많은 나라라고 느꼈고요. 저도 이렇게 막 노래 틀고 춤추고 있는 거 보면 저도 그냥 어깨 흔들게 되는 나라인 것 같아요, 저절로. 그리고 일단 브라질 팬들이 이렇게 너무 큰 사랑 많이 주셔서 진짜 너무 감사드리고 오늘 이렇게 많이 보러 와주셔서 너무 감사합니다. 감사합니다.
First, I want to thank all the fans who came today to watch the game, and through the past couple days, I just felt that the crowd is so energetic and there's so much energy in them. And even when I see them have some music on, just dance, I also get some to groove on a bit. And overall, it's just a great experience playing here at MSI.
You even get some confetti for your interview. That's how good you've been doing. Final question, maybe. You got your medal from a legend in football, a very popular sport here in Brazil. How much do you know about Ronaldo, and how special was it to have him present you with the prize?
이제 우승 후에 이제 메달 세레모니에서 축구 전설을 꼽히는 호나우두님께 이제 메달을 선사받으셨는데 호나우두 선수에 대해 얼마나 잘 아시는지 그리고 소감이 어땠는지 말씀해 주세요.
일단 호나우두 선수 진짜 너무 레전드 선수여서 제 네이버에 검색하고 이렇게 인터넷 검색하고 다 좀 준비해왔거든요. 근데 너무 이제 시간이 지체되니까 하고 일단 월드컵 이 별 2개를 단 선수잖아요. 레전드 선수고 펠레, 지쿠 다음으로 이제 이 3명 레전드 선수라 일단 저는 이렇게 전설적인 사람이 저한테 메달을 줬다는 게 너무 지금 뜻깊은 것 같아요. 이런 경험은 다시는 못할 것 같아서.
When I heard that Ronaldo will be here at the medals at the closing ceremony, I did my own research on the internet and saw how much of a legend he is in football. And I saw like he won 2 World Cups, and he's like as legendary as like Pele and like Zico and other like soccer legend football players. So like overall, the experience was so great for me, and I'm not sure if I can have this same experience ever again.
저 사인 받으려고 유니폼까지 브라질 유니폼까지 사왔습니다.
I even bought a Brazilian football jersey to get his signature. Yeah.
Cool. I hope it works for you. Peanut, thank you very much. Congratulations, a legend in his own right. Fantastic words there. Now back over to you guys. Thank you very much, guys. I also wanted to catch up with Faker, of course, after that victory, and first ask him generally how he reflects on the performance of SKT in the finals over G2.
우선 우승을 축하드리고요. SKT의 이번 결승전 경기력에 대해서 어땠는지 간단히 말씀해 주세요.
생각보다 많이 어려운 경기였고 또 저희가 준비한 대로 잘 안 나온 것 같아서 아쉬움이 좀 많았던 것 같아요. 그래도 이기게 돼서 다행인 것 같아요.
Even though I'm glad we're winning the series, I think the series went much more difficult than we anticipated, and like the game actually didn't go as we prepared. So there's still a lot of regrets about the series.
That seems a bit different from when I just spoke to Peanut. He was saying how this was a very special victory. I think it still is for you guys, but does that mean that it's kind of a victory you look at with in mind that you will have something to work on going forward, that it didn't all go the way you planned, which is something that doesn't happen that often, I believe, for SKT?
이제 그 이전에 인터뷰했던 피너 선수는 되게 만족스러운 경기라고 말씀하셨는데 이제 페이커 선수는 살짝 좀 인터뷰 들어보니까 이제 비록 우승했지만 이번 경기를 통해 좀 더 보완할 점도 있고 좀 더 고칠 점이 있는 것처럼 느껴졌는데 어떻게 생각하시나요?
우승한 거는 만족스럽지만 근데 경기력이나 그런 부분에서 좀 저희는 너무 안 좋았기 때문에 아쉬움이 남는 것 같고 뭐 그래도 우승했으니까 비행기를 재밌게 탈 것 같아요. 네.
So I think that our performance wasn't like our best. And still there are a lot of points, a lot of areas for improvement. So, but overall, we won the tournament, so I think it's going to be a good ride back home.
Yeah.
Good flight back home. Yeah.
A good flight back home, that it will be. Could you finally tell me something about the atmosphere here? We've heard from a lot of players that this is the loudest crowd they've ever been in, that they're very intimidating and always bringing the energy. What has been your experience overall?
많은 선수들이 이번 대회 관중들이 가장 열정적이고 정말 가장 이제 시끄러운 정말 엄청난 이제 팬들이 많이 모였다고 말씀하셨는데 페이커 선수는 이번 대회 진행하면서 여기 대회 경기하는 게 어땠었는지 이런 팬들과 경기하는 게 어땠는지 소감을 말씀해 주세요.
확실히 저도 그 생각에 동의하고요. 사람들이 뭐 굳이 경기장뿐만 아니라 밖에 나가도 다들 에너지가 넘치는 모습이라서 확실히 관중으로서는 가장 베스트인 것 같아요.
So I agree with all the other players, and I think the crowd here was the best so far.
Wow.
And like not even in the venue, but even outside, I could just see how energetic the Brazilian people are. Yeah, people are.
All right, well, high praise from Faker. Thank you very much, Faker. Congratulations. Another title for the Ronaldo of League of Legends. Back over to you guys. Thank you very much, guys. Also catching up with the coach for SK Telecom after that victory. And, well, just speaking to Faker, he didn't seem super satisfied with the team's performance, so I'd love to get the coach's opinion on how SKT played in the final and over the tournament.
우선 우승을 축하드리고요. 방금 페이커 선수와 인터뷰했을 때는 페이커 선수는 그렇게 만족스럽지 않은 듯한 얘기를 말씀하셨는데 코치님은 이제 이번 결승전에 SKT의 경기력 또는 성과에 대해서 어떻게 생각하시나요?
네, 근데 경기가 생각보다 그렇게 좋진 않았어요. 경기력이. 그래서 좀 더 이제 한국 가서 좀 실수 이런 부분을 더 보완을 많이 해야지 롤드컵, 썸머 이런 것도 우승할 수 있을 것 같아요. 근데 만족스러운 경기력은 아니었습니다.
So I agree with Faker. I'm not too satisfied with our overall performance. So I think that you have to go back to Korea and go over our mistakes and go do a lot of feedback sessions. So only in that case, in that way, we can again win summer and even go up to a World Finals.
World Championship. Well, obviously, you had the big task of, together with the coaching staff, incorporating HUNI and Peanut into the lineup, which may not be an easy task, but how do you think that integration has gone so far, and what do you see the potential of this lineup?
이제 이번 올해는 SKT에서는 훈이 선수랑 피넛 선수를 새로 영입하면서 그 두 명의 선수를 팀에 융화시키고 다시 경기를 끌어올리는 게 쉽지는 않았을 것 같은데 지금까지 그 단계는 어떻게 그러니까 두 선수가 팀에 이제 흡수되고 경기를 올린 데는 어디까지 진척이 됐는지 어디까지 진척되는지 궁금합니다.
지금 이대로라면 나머지 이제 썸머나 뭐 롤드컵 경기는 힘들 수도 있을 것 같아서 더더욱 많이 올려야지 좋은 결과가 나올 것 같아요. 그래서 아직까지도 이제 팀에 좀 아직 더 잘할 수 있는 선수여서 더 잘하게끔 만들겠습니다.
So I think that we're still in the progress of integrating those two players, and in order to win Worlds, we still have more to work on with those two players and the entire team.
All right, well, we'll be looking forward to that. Thank you very much, Koma. Congratulations. Great to hear from the coach for a change. Back over to you guys. Thanks again, guys. I'm happy to be joined here by MITHY. Obviously, not in the best of spirits, not winning the final, but putting up a good fight. But I just want to give you an open question to start with. How do you reflect on the way things have gone today?
I mean, at first, there was this hope that we might get 3-0'd, right? But once we got in game, it really felt like we could challenge them. And honestly, it just felt like we were just really, we were not far off. We just misplayed more, their team fights were better, and we didn't play very clean in the games where we actually got a lead, and we lost 1 or 2 games through that, so yeah, just sucks.
Yeah, it obviously sucks. Would you say that it would have been obviously better for you guys if you maybe felt like you had no chance? Was it tougher to fight back from that once that game 3 happened and then the game 4 happened when the snowball started happening? Did it become tougher and tougher to put up a fight?
We never really stopped believing. I mean, on game 4, we lost Baron really early, so it was really hard, we knew. But we still tried to make plays, we tried to hold the game, you know, and just give them a hard time. We knew we had to do some risky stuff, which we did on top lane. We just went ham, you know, and yeah, I think game 3 was more of a problem because we had the lead in that game and we just threw it, we just blew it away. Yeah.
Final question. I know it's hard to see all the positives now, but if you look back holistically and also as a fan of G2 Esports, which of course I'm unbiased, but you guys have made redemption for yourself. You've redeemed yourself and you've made a lot of heads turn and made a very positive influence. Can you see that yet? And how much do you think that will propel you forward looking towards Worlds and looking towards the rest of the year? I'm
actually really glad. I mean, after the World Elite game already, I think now that we actually put up a kind of a fight against SKT, it feels even better. But against World Elite, once we won, we already knew, okay, we are redeemed. You know, like this is the G2 we want to be. There's no international curse. There's no memes. It's just us. It's just us doing our best, working hard. You know, and if we would have not made it out of groups, I would have still been proud of my team because I can feel the progress. I can see it too, even though maybe we would have not made it out of groups. I really feel like everyone is working their ass off all the time and really caring too. So I'm just really happy that this whole era is over, and now we can look at this G2 as just like a strong team that is trying to do good for Europe, right? And yeah, that's pretty much it. You know, if we now go to Worlds and end up sucking and losing in groups, that's a possibility. But I just want the fans to realize that if that's what happens, it's because G2 sucks or because EU sucks, right? But not because we didn't work hard, or there's memes or there's like a curse. There's no curse, there's nothing, we give it our best every time, and last time we failed, this time maybe we don't, but just give us some slack.
I think we all remember that speech you made at the end of ULCS, give us a chance. You've gotten a chance and you've proven to be worthy, at least for now. So congratulations on that. And I hope you can see all the good you've done when you take a step back. Thank you very much, MITHY, and back over to you guys.